Okay, guys, here are some the illustrative problems regarding to our topic, stress distribution in soil. So the first problem is this. Okay, basahin. A concentrated load of 1,500 kilonewton. Concentrated load, and it is applied at the ground surface at point A. Okay, at point A. And whose coordinate is 0,0,0. Okay, at the origin, okay? So, ganito yung nangyari. So, yung origin natin is ito, 0,0,0. So, 3-dimensional tayo. And then, dun sa point na yon, dun nag-act yung ating 1,500 kilonewton point load Q. Okay? And now, the question is, at A, determine the vertical stress in kilonewton at a point 2.5 meter directly below A. Okay. So, directly below A, so 0,0, comma 2 yun, ano? Yun yung pinakababa niya, no? And yun ang tanong, ano yung vertical stress in kilonewton? Okay, in kilonewton yung tanong na dapat ay kunin, okay? And so yung kanyang coordinates na unang tinatanong sa part A, yung x is 0 and y is 0 and 2.5. So 2.5 directly below. So ito, dito nag-act and then yun. Ano yung stress doon? Okay, ang meron lang dyan is vertical stress lang ang meron dyan. Ano? Ayan. So, to find that, so kailangan natin gamitin yung formula ng delta P or the finding the vertical stress increase during the point load. Okay? Kapag point load. So, ang formula doon is delta P. So, ito ay 3Q over 2 pi times say cube over R5. Okay? Over R5. So, yung R is, yan yung distance ng ano. Yun yung distance formula. Gagamit tayong distance formula dyan, ano. So, yung Q, okay. Yung pi, constant yan. Yung Z, iyan na yung ating 2.5. And yung R natin, so, using distance formula, so, 0 squared plus y squared plus 2.5 squared. So, we can get the value of the R. Okay? So, 2.5 yung naging sagot. And then, direct substitution lang. Direct substitution, makukuha natin yung delta P. Okay, yung delta P, substitute natin yung 1,500. Kasi yung Q na malaki, dun sa ating derivation last time, yung Q na malaki, yan ay load, in force yan, ano, force. Okay, force. So, 1,500 kilonewton yung point load natin. Yan yung point load natin, yung Q na yan. Okay, substitute natin. And then yung Z natin, so clearly dito, nandito siya. So 2.5 and yung R raised to 5. So substitute naman doon. And then calculate lang, makukuha natin yung delta P or the increase in vertical stress 2.5 below the origin or point load equivalent to 114.6 kilonewton. Okay? So, ano pa yung tanong? So, letter B, determine the vertical stress in kilonewton again at point whose coordinate is 1.5, 0, 2.5. Okay. So, letter B. So, yung x doon, yung x coordinate is 1.5. Ayan, 1.5. And yung y is 0 and then 2.5 yung lalim. Okay. Yung x na 1.5 is ito. Ayan. And yung y ay 0, so walang paggalaw papunta doon. So pababa 2.5, so yon. Iyon yung tinatanong, yung point 2 na yan. Ano yung vertical stress dyan at point 2? And given yung ating formula kapag ganyan, pag point load, ay given yung formula ng using the 3Q, so ganun ulit, 3Q over 2 pi times z cube over r raised to 5. But this time, different coordinates yung tinatanong, different positions siya. So, unlike kanina, directly below the act of load. So, this time ay ito, 1.5 x-axis and the z is 2.5. 2.5. So, by recognizing those coordinates, we can find the value of r. Kasi kailangan natin ito dun sa formula. Dun sa formula ng 3q over 2 pi times c cube over r raised to 5. Okay? Okay, so nakuha na natin to. So, 2.915. Balik tayo dun sa formula. So, substitution. And then, type sa calc, makukuha natin yung delta P as easy as this. Delta P is equivalent to 53.7 kilonewton. Okay? Doon sa point na ito. Ayan. Okay? Ayan. So, yung delta P dyan, ayan. So, the change in pressure, vertical pressure is 53.17 kilonewton. And then in part C, determine the vertical stress in kilonewton at point whose coordinate is 1.5, 2 meters, and 2.5. So, yung x natin. So, pupunta dito yon. So, 1.5. And then, yung 2, y yon, yung y. So, ito yung y natin, papunta doon. So, bilang ka ng 2. So, ito yon, hanggang doon lang. And then, 2.5 palalim. Okay, 2.5 palalim na. Andito na siya. So, 2.5 ulit. Yun yung tinatanong. And then, may makukuha tayong r dyan. R. Okay, yun yung tinatanong. Yung vertical stress or delta P dito. Diba dito ay may S sub Z. And that is also equivalent to delta P. Vertical. Okay? Vertical stress. Change in vertical stress. Okay? So, ang gagamitin natin doon is yung equation ni S sub Z. Kasi vertical lang yung tinatanong. And ganun lang ulit sa pagkuha kanina. So, using the distance formula. So, 1.5 squared plus 2 squared plus 2.5 squared. And that is equivalent to r squared. And then, finding the value of r, we will get the answer 3.5355. So, for the value of r yon. And then, substitute natin doon sa formula of the vertical increase in stress. So, delta P. So, 3q over 2 pi times z cube over r raised to 5. So, yung z natin, ayun, z, yung z coordinates, ayan, lipat doon, and then ito, substitute doon, and then type sa calc, we will get the delta P for that coordinate equivalent to 20.26 kilonewton. Okay? So, that is an example of a point load. Okay? The vertical stress due to point load. Okay? Now, problem number 2. A line load naman and a point load. O, dalawa. Isang line load at isang point load. So, pinagsama. Acting on the ground surface is shown, figure 5.11. So, yan. Determine the increase in vertical stress at point A. Now, the vertical stress at point A is from the line load is 3 meters, as you can see in the figure. 3 meters from the line load and 1.5 meters below that line load. Okay, so and a point load is here, and that is 1.2 meters from the origin. Okay, and 2 meters from the origin also. So, ito yung x-axis and ito yung y-axis, and yung pababa, yun yung ating magiging z-axis. Yan. So, yun yung mga coordinate. And because of that line load, yung ipinatong nating line load dyan, and also the point load dun sa ground surface natin, magkakaroon ng change in vertical stress dun sa ilalim niyan. Dun sa point A na yan, 1.5 meter below, delta P. And that delta P is equivalent to the combination of the effect of the line load and the point load. Ano? So, yung point load, so madali lang yan. Yan yung formula kanina. And then, the live load is given. Line load is given. Line load formula is given. Ito, 2QZ cube over pi xn. Yan yung nandun sa ating lecture. Ano? So, 2QZ cube over pi. So, this is due to line load and this is due to point load. So, all we need to do is to find all the correct value for those parameter and variable. Ano? So, yung Q natin dito, so yun yung line load na natin. And then, yung Q ditong malaki, that is the point load. Okay? And then, yung Z, ay alin yung lalim? Yan yung lalim. Ano? And then, yung X, that is the yun yung dimension na nandito. Ayan o. Yan. So, this is the X axis. Yan. So, X yan. And then, pag ganun yung Y. So, and then, pag ganun yung Z. Ingatin. Okay? So, so due to this line load and point load, magkakaroon ng vertical change in stress dun sa ilalim, dun sa point A. So ang kailangan natin is punan lahat ng mga value. So kunin natin si Q, itong Q maliit, okay na yan. And then yung Z natin, ito yon, yung Z, that is 1.5. Z natin, that is 1.5. And then yung X dito, ang ginamit niya is 3, kasi ang ginamit niyang axis is papunta dito is 3. Okay? So dapat di ba pagka line load ay perpendicular dapat. Okay, yung layo. Okay, so ito dapat perpendicular, di ba sabi ko? Okay, yung distance ito yung 3 and yung lalim that is 1.5. So yan. So nasa line load pa lang tayo, line load. Okay, kung line load, then kunin natin yung R. So 1.2 squared plus 1 squared plus 1.5 squared. So ito yung natin for the point load siya. So sa line load muna tayo. Yung ating punan natin yung formula, yung Z. So X at Z lang naman yung kailangan and then BQ. So yung X is ito na. 3 meters and then the Z is yung lalim. Ano ba yung lalim niya? 1.5 yung lalim niya. And then substitute natin, ang mangyayari dyan is ganito. So ito yung 2Q. So ito yung Q, yung Q na maliit. And then ito na yung Z natin, Z cube. Ayan. And ito pi, constant. So ito yung X. And then ito yung Z. So yun lang. And then ipa-plus natin combination ng point load and line load. So this is due to point load. So kailangan natin ng R. Ito yon, substitute doon, so maliit na yon. And then yung Z is the same lang, so 1.5. And yun, ito naman yung Q natin, that is in point load siya, so in kilonewton, in force yan, 3Q over 2 pi. And then yun, substitute na lahat, then calculate na natin, makukuha na natin to, and then the final answer would be equal to 24.537 kilopascal. Okay, that is an example of the combination of the line load and the point load action. Okay, action dun sa ating lupa, So yan. Then problem number 3. So a rectangular concrete slab. Okay, slab siya. So alam naman natin ang slab, parang flooring kumbaga, And then 3 meters in dimension niya and 4.5 meters shown in the figure 5.12. Ito. So 3 meters and 4.5 meters yung dimension niya. And then rest on the surface of soil mass. So, nakapatong siya dun sa ating soil mass. Okay, kung tawagin sa iba dyan sa site, slab on fill. Slab on fill. Yun, maganon. So, the load on the slab is 1,620 kilonewton. So, ito na yung load, ito na yung mag-a-act dun sa gitna. Okay, so kung may rectangular ka, so ang sabi is the load on the slab and in kilonewton siya, dun siya sa gitna mag-a-act, yung 1,620. Okay, 1,620. And determine the soil stress below the slab using equation 5.7. So, determine the soil stress below the slab, sa gitna. Okay, so ito yung plan, 4.5 by 3, concrete slab resting on the soil surface. Ito yung plan, and yung section niya, yung transverse section niya, ito. So, kasama yung lupa. And then, at point A, yun yung tinatanong. Okay, so 3 meters below the soil surface. So, yun yung tanong, determine the soil stress below the slab. Okay, so using 5.7. Ano pa lang to? Stress pa lang, below the slab pa lang. So, yung stress na lumalapat pa lang dito. Okay, dito. Ito, yung stress dito na stress in contact with the soil and the slab. So, paano makukuha yun? So, using the concentrated load at sa gitna, divide lang natin ng area. Yung area of surface of contact. Yan, divide natin dyan yung force dito. Okay? So, that is 1,620 divided by 4.5 times 3. So, yun yung mangyayari sa A, sa ito. So, 1,620, parang stress lang. P over A. So, parang P over A, compressive stress. Or shall we say, the bearing stress. Yan, 1,620. Ito yung P, yung force, and area, 3 times 4.5. We'll get the stress below this slab equivalent to 120 kilopascal. Okay? So, yun yung mag-a-act doon sa ilalim. Dito sa pinaglalapatan nito. Yun yung, puwersa, And then, number 2, letter B, determine the vertical stress. Ito na. When we say vertical stress increase, yan yung ating delta P. Okay? At point A, using 5.7. Okay? Using 5.7 na equation daw. So, at point A, so nasa gitnang-gitna siya. And 3 meters below. So, magiging Z natin dito is 3 meters, And gitnang-gitna siya. So, yung equation for that 5.7, so, ito yung ating, yung sa may corner, yung I sub Z. Yun ang kailangan. Yung may I sub Z. So, QS times I sub Z. Yun. Okay, and that I sub Z ay may formula na napakahaba. But in this example, ay sa table niya inirefer. Table 5.2. Okay, so compute natin. That is the vertical stress at the corner. Okay, vertical increase stress at the corner of a rectangular loaded area. Okay. So, nasa gitna, ang tinatanong, nasa gitna. So, sabi, kapag ganyan, using 5.7, hahati-hatiin daw natin yung ating slab. Na kung saan yung corner ng bawat rectangle na mahahati ay magko-coincide or intersect doon sa point of desired. Yung point required, kung saan required yung ating stress increase. So, mangyayari dyan, ganito. Ayan. So, ito yung hinahanapan natin. So, divide natin. So, since nasa gitna, madi-divide lang siya into 4 equal parts. Into 4 equal parts. And that is, the center would be at this point, 1.5 and 2.5 yung kanyang base and length. So, yung base is this time, baligtad. Kahit naman magkabaligtad to. Okay lang yan kasi commutative property doon sa ating kapag I sub z ang hinahanap kapag I sub z kapag ganito using this formula no kapag I sub z pero pagka I sub 4 I sub 3 ay iba. Okay, dapat i-consider natin na yung base is always less than or equal to the length kapag ganon dun sa kapag I sub 3. Okay, and then consider this rectangular area, itong shaded area. So consider natin yan and kunin natin yung vertical stress at this point. Drawing natin ng nakaganyan. So yung vertical stress dito, okay, sa point na yan. So ito ay 1.5 and ito is 2.25. So ano yung vertical stress at the corner? Sa point, doon tumama sa point A. Okay, so using the formula of the delta P equivalent to QS times I sub C, so we have to first find the I sub C using table 5.2. Okay, or using the formula 5.7 So, but we need to find the value for M and N. Okay, M and N. The M is the ratio of the base and the Z. Tama? And the N is the ratio of the length and Z. Tama? So, so yung ating base is 2.25. Divide natin ng Z. Ano ba yung Z? Lalim. 3 meters. Yeah, 3 meters. And ito yung magiging sagot. And then yung value ng N natin is L divide Z. That is 1.5 divide 3 equal to 0.5. Yun, may value na yung ating M and N. So, hahanapin lang natin yung 0.75 at 0.5 saan? Doon sa ating table. Saan ba yung table 5.2 na yun? So, dito tayo titingin. Table 5.2. Balik tayo dito sa table 5.2. 0.7 at 0.5. Yung M is 0.7. Okay, 0.7. And then N is 0.5. So, tingnan natin kung saan tumutok. So, that is 1.104. 0.7 at 0.5. 0.104. 0.7 at 0.5. 0.504 siya tumutok. Ayun, tama. Kaya naging ganito, 0.104. Okay, kaya lang, is 0.75 tayo eh. Okay, kailangan nating mag-interpolate, Mag-interpolate. So, kunin natin yung sa may 0.8. And then, yung gitna niyan, between 0.7 and 0.8, nandun yung I sub C na ng actual, So, kunin natin yan using table 5.2. So, M 0.8 at 0.8 M and at 0.5 na value ng N, ang value ng influence factor natin is 0.1103. Okay? So, yung nasa gitna niyang 0.7 na yan at saka yung 0.8 na yan, yun yung value ng I sub C natin. So, para makuha yung nasa gitna, we have to take the average of the two. Or, mag-interpolate tayo. Okay, so from 1034 and 1103, so from 0.8, pwede tayo mag-interpolate doon. Or mas madali is average na lang kasi equal naman, nasa gitna eh. 0.75 kasi. Kaya okay lang mag-average Pero kung halimbawa 0.71, mga ganun. So 0.7 tapos no. So sa 0.7 siya. So 0.7 yung M, balik tayo. 0.75 yung M, tama. And 0.5 yung ating, so M 0.75 and 0.5 yung N. Okay, balik. So sa 0.5 yung N, 0.75. Okay, so M 0.7, 0.7 siya. And tapos 0.5, ito yon. So 0.104 And yung 0.75 nandito sa gitna. E di kunin natin yung value nito, 0.8. So, 0.1103. So, interpolate tayo. So, pwede nating i-interpolate at this value. So, 0.75 yung nandito. 0.75 yung nasa gitna. Okay. So, so 0.75 minus 0.07 over yung kanyang yung hinahanap. So, value x. Yan na yung I sub c natin. Minus 0.1034. And then that is equivalent to 0.8 minus 0.75 divided by 0.1103 minus yung yung 0.1034 minus 0.1034. Ayan. Ito yung magiging I sub c natin. I sub c. So, mas madali kung ano lang, yung tawag dito, divide na lang kasi nasa kalahati. So, average na lang, nasa kalahati kasi siya. So, pwedeng average na lang yan. So, yun din yung magiging sagot, ano. So, or using the equation 5.7, yung mahaba, ano, then, ang magiging sagot is 0.1071. So, almost approximately equal. Okay? And since yung delta P dun sa point na yon is nakuha na natin, kailangan nating i-multiply saan? Sa 4. Dahil apat na magkakaparehas to. Apat na magkakaparehas. Apat yan. So, kailangan nating i-multiply sa 4. Or, i-plus natin lahat, summation lahat ng delta P's na yon. Okay? Kaya, minultiply sa 4 ito. Okay? So, ito, yun, 17, substitute doon. And then, 120, ito yung QS. QS natin. Okay? So, yung QS natin dyan is given yan, ano? Given. So, given 1620, but yung QS na maliit dapat in kilopascal siya. So, anong nangyari? Ito na yung 120 na to. So, divide the contact area of contact. So, 120 kilopascal yung gagamitin natin as QS. Okay? So, yun. So, makukuha natin na sagot is 37.08. Okay, so, next question is letter E. Letter E, balik tayo. So, okay, so at point A, determine the vertical stress. So at point C, at C pala lang. C pa lang tayo, no? Determine the vertical stress increase at point A using 5.9 naman. So sa gitna, yung 5.9, yun yung ating yun yung ating equation or the formula to find the change in vertical stress at the center of the rectangular block, rectangular loaded area. Ano? Yan. So, at point, nasa na yan? So, nandito pa lang tayo. So, okay, 53. Tama. So, letter B pa lang to. So, yung letter C, ito. So, this time is I sub 4 naman ang meron doon. Kapag doon sa, ano. So, mahabang formula din to. Okay, but you can use the table 5.3 to find the value of I sub 4. But, kailangan natin kunin yung M1 and N1. Okay? So, yung M1 is the ratio between the length and the half of the base or the half of the base or B over 2. Okay? And makukuha natin to M1. And yung N1 na maliit is a ratio between the Z, yung lalim, over the half of the base. So, makukuha natin na N1 is 2. Then, using the table 5.3, balik tayo sa table 5.3. Ano bang value nga ulit? M13 at 2 ang N1. Okay, M13, 32, 32. 32 to find the value of I sub 4. M is 3 and N is 2. Okay, the value of I sub 4, ayun. So, 0.5254. 0.5254 ang value ng I sub 4 doon. Ayun so tama From table I sub 5.3, ang value ng ating I sub 4 will be equal to 0.5254. And then, use the formula. Yung QS multiplied by I sub 4. And then, you will determine the value of the delta P, or the increase, the vertical increase in pressure, vertical increase in stress dun sa point na yon. So, multiply lang natin. Ayun, ang sagot nalalabas 63.048 kilopascal. Okay, yon. So, as you can see, mayroong malaking discrepancy. So, 63.8.048. Compare nyo dito. So, may discrepancy, So, kanya-kanyang formula kasi ang nagbigay kanya-kanyang tao, So, i-indicate naman or i-state sa problem kung alin yung gagamitin na method or way, use equation 5.7, use the Bossiness equation, okay, mga ganun. Use the isobar, pressure isobar, mga ganung bagay, So, naka-indicate naman doon. I-indicate natin sa problem. Okay, next, letter D. Ang tanong is determine the vertical stress increase at point B using 5.7. Nasaan ba yung point B dito sa figure? So, ang point B natin is here. So, katapat nito. But, dapat given itong distance na to. So, ang point B natin is nandun sa sulok pala. Nasa sulok. Meaning, kalahati nitong B. So, 1.5 daw. Okay? So, 1.5 and 3 meters yung lalim. Okay, kunin natin. So, but using 5.7 is kailangan nating i-divide sa to yan. Kasi kailangan dito Dito ang hinahanap natin dito sa point na sa may point B, Dito. Dito, yan. Dito yung hinahanap na point na stress. Kailangan nating kunin yung delta P due to this area. Okay? So, due to this area. So, paano yan? Divide natin sa dalawa. Tapos, na kung saan yung point na yun ay magko-coincide sa isang point dun sa point of target natin. Point na target nating malaman. So, ganyan. And, alamin natin yung B. Ito muna, isolate natin to. Ito muna natin i-analyze. Kasi nasa gitna naman yan. So, multiply by ito na lang mamaya. So, ang ating B is equivalent to 3. So, 3 ito. 3. And, this, yung kalahati naman ng ating length ay 2.25. Okay? Kasi ang formula para makuha yung pressure at this point, at the corner of the rectangular loaded area is yung QS ulit times I sub Z. Basta sinabing equation 5.7 yan yun. Kaya lang, kailangan nating makuha is yung I sub Z natin. So, I sub Z. And, ayun, but, bago natin makuha yung I sub Z, kailangan natin kunin yung M and N. Okay, using this data. So, yung value ng M is 1 and yung value ng N is 0.75. So, using table 5.2, kung paano ko binasa kanina, ganun lang yon. Ang magiging I sub Z or the influence factor at M is equals to 1 and N is equals to 0.7 is 0.14. Okay? So, 0.14. Pero pwede nyo naman gamitin na direkta agad ito. Substitute dun sa ating formula na mahaba. Ito kasing table na to, table 5.2, dun lang din ang galing dun sa formula na mahaba. Okay, kaya lang, hindi sumasakto dito. Kaya ang ginagawa is inia-average na lang para makuha yung gitna. Tama, ganun lang. And, yan, so since 0.75, nasa gitna. Ibig sabihin, i-divide to natin to. Yung dalawang I sub C. So, I sub C1, I sub C2, divide 2. So, ito na yung magiging actual I sub C natin. O influence factor na kailangan i-multiply doon sa ating Q sub S. Okay? Yan. So, and then, bakit naka-multiply sa 2? Kasi, dalawa ito. Dalawa. Isa nito at isa nito. Okay? Then, lalabas yung change in vertical or the increase in vertical stress dito sa point B na to. Yan. So, balik. So, our delta P now is 37.08 kilopascal. Huwag niyong kalilimutan yung 2 ha. Okay, kasi dalawa yan. Okay, note using equation 5.8, we can determine also the value of I sub C o influence factor equivalent to 0.1547. Almost equal doon so, sa ating table. Almost the same. Now, the letter E naman. Letter E na tayo. Okay, determine the vertical stress increase. Ganun pa din. Delta P ulit yan. At points A and B. Okay, so dalawang tinatanong using equation 5.11. Ano ba yung equation 5.11? Diba ito yung ating approximate method. Approximate method. Okay? So, ganito yung ginawa. So, yung delta P natin is ganito yung formula. So, using approximate method to. So, meron ditong Q, yung load slab. And then, yung Q natin is ito, concentrated. And yung area, yung nasa ilalim, trapezoidal, nasa ilalim. Yan. So, ito ay B. Tapos, ito ay Z over 2. Z over 2 din itong kabila. And ito naman yung L. Tapos Z over 2 ito. And Z over 2 yung kabila. Meaning to say this length is B plus Z. And ito ay L plus Z. Right. Okay. Then therefore, the vertical stress at this plane is equivalent to using the equation 5.8, the approximate method. So, force over this area. Ano ba yung area nito? Nasa ilalim. Yan. So, B plus C times L sub C. Okay? All we need to do is to find the value of that B sub C and L sub C. Yan. So, yung from the, so, yung ating B is 3. And yung ating L is 4.5. Right? So, yung Z natin, yun yung lalim. Yun yung lalim. Ano yung lalim na yun? So, 3 meters. Balikan natin. Letter E tayo. The vertical at point A and B. So, dalawa. So, at point A and B. So, magkalibel lang naman sila. So, meaning, ay same lang sila ng pressure. Okay, using the approximate method. Pareha silang nag-lie doon saan? Doon sa ating plane, doon sa area. Plane of area na kinonsider, na we need to consider. Yan. Ito yan. O, kailangan natin tong area na to. And sa kabila, meron din. So, kung ito ay B dito, sa kabila na isa, ito na may L. So, ganun din, trapezoid din. And then, this length is L plus Z. And this length naman is B plus Z. Now, multiplying this by this, kukuha yung area kung saan nandun yung point A and B. And then, dun lang natin i-divide yung ating Q, yung ating concentrated load na Q sa gitna. And then, we will get the approximate value of the vertical increase in pressure dun sa point A and B equivalent to 36 kilo Pascal. Okay, now, E. So, tanong, EF. Letter F naman tayo. Balik. Letter F. Determine the vertical stress increase at point B and C using pressure isobars on Bosniak equation for continuous footings shown in figure 5.7. Oy, using the pressure isobars daw. So, sa letter, ano tayo? Using the pressure isobars, ito yon. Yung pressure isobars yan. So, and ang ating ano ay rectangular, continuous. So, yung magiging base natin ito, and then yung length is yan. So, ito yung diagram. Dito lang tayo magbe-base. Okay? So, at point B, unahin natin at point B. Ang target natin, pag using isobar, pressure isobar, kailangan natin i-convert yung axis, yung location ng point or the coordinate of point into mga B. Yung mga B, in terms of B. Okay? In terms of B dapat. So, paano yun? So, kung at point B, the X is 1.5, tama? At point B, di ba, ang X natin is 1.5 meters. So, in terms of B, paano natin ma-convert yan in terms of B? So, we have to divide it by yung lalim, 3. Okay? So, so dapat 0.5 B ito. Yung X will be equal to 1.5 divide 3. So, 0.5 B. Okay, tama? 0.5 B. Bakit 0.5 B? I-divide natin siya kasi yung base natin, right? Yung base natin ito, 3. Okay, dito tayo magbabase. So, 3. So, i-divide natin ng 3. Ang mangyayari, in terms of B na. Kung i-divide natin ng 3, ito. So, in terms of B na yung ating X. Okay? Oh, sige nga, ibalik natin to. Ibalik natin itong 0.5 B sa X coordinate. So, 0.5 B, multiply natin ng 0.5 B, 0.5 B, multiply natin ng ano. Ano ba ang base natin? Ano ba ang ano natin, base natin? 'Di ba? 3? Tama? 3. And 3 times 0.5 is equivalent to 1.5. 'Di ba? Tama? Balik lang sa 1.5. Okay? So, now, 0.5 B itong X at point B yan ha. At point B pa lang. Hanapin natin si 0.5 B. X ha. So, pamula dito, 0. So, hanggang doon is B. So, kalahati nitong linyang to is 0.5 B. O, yun. Di hanggang dito. Ito yung point na sa X natin. Ito, yung point na yan. And then, yung pababa naman, yung Z. Okay, yung Z is 4.5 below. So, in terms of B, lipat natin. So, divide ulit natin ng B, yung 3 na B, ano, yung B na equivalent sa 3. So, 4.5 divided 3 is equals to 1.5. Multiply by B natin, ano. So, kung multiply natin itong 1.5 by 3, that is equivalent to the value of Z, 4.5. So, tama, ano. So, 1.5 pababa. 1.5 pababa. So, pamula dito, 1. And then, hanggang doon is 2. So, 1.5 ito. Then, connect lang natin. Yung kaninang X, di ba, nandito. And then, ito, 1.5 B. So, connect natin doon. And doon. So, ang mangyayari, so, at point B, at point B. Point B, saan? At point B, 3 over 3. Okay, so 3 meters. So, bilang. So, nandito tayo. Nagkamali tayo ng tingin na. So, bilang. So, 0.5 B, balik. 0.5 B, ito yon yung kanina. And then, B, ito yon. So, i-connect natin. Ayun. Yun yung point B. Na kung saan ay nag-lies doon sa equation na 0.4Q. Tama? 0.4Q. 0.4Q yan. That's why ang kanyang stress increase at point B is 0.4Q. Ayun, no? Kaya naging 0.4Q. So, substitute lang yung ating 120. Yun lang yun, ano. So, at point C naman, balik tayo. So, at point C, so the X is 2.7 at point C, So, at point C, the X is 2.7 and tingnan natin dito. Balik tayo. Ayan, ito yun. The X is 2.7 and the Z is 4.5. Yun yung point C. Convert natin into B. Sa B, in terms of B natin. In terms of B yung ating point C. So, 2.7 in terms of B is 0.9B. And the 4.5 in terms of B is 1.5B. Tama? Kasi multiply mo yan. Yung 0.9 na yan, multiply mo ng B na 3. Diba? 2.7. Which is correct. 2.7. So, 0.9B yung X. Okay, at point C. Balik tayo dito sa diagram. Pressure isobar. 0.9B. Okay, X. So, nandito yon. So, somewhere here, kung 0.5, kung 0.5 ito, so, ito ay 1, and then 0.9 siya, so, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, nandito yon. Okay, nandyan yun sa part na yon. And, ayun, nandito siya. So, tama, And, the Z natin at point C, so, 4.5, 1.5B. So, pababa naman ang tingin, 1.5B. So, 1.5B, so 1.5, 1, plus yung kalahati pa, 0.5. So, 1.5B yan. Idiretso natin hanggang doon. And yung 0.9 dito, ayun. So, tama, And that, kung aalamin natin yung equation ng line dito, dun sa part na yan, dun sa point C na yan, is parang susundin natin yung pattern ng linya Okay? And then pag tinrace natin hanggang dito is parang almost nasa kalahati ba, Nasa kalahati nitong ito. Ito sa buo. So the difference of this, kunin yung linya na to, that is 0.2, 0.4. Okay. So, 0.3, ano ba to? 0.4 ay ito So, ito ay 0.3 ito. 0.3. And then, minus natin ng 0.2. 0.2Q. Also, 0.1. 0.1Q. Yun yung difference nito. So, 0.1. And then, so, parang different point, kalahati. Kung 0.5, kung kalahati ang nasa gitna nila, nasa gitna nitong 0.2 and 0.3, tama? Ano ba nasa gitna ng 0.2 and 0.3? Di ba? 0.25. Okay? 0.2 and 0.3, di ba? 0.25 din nasa gitna nila. Okay, almost nasa gitna nung 0.2 and Tama. So, 0.2, 0.3 at 0.2, almost nasa gitna nila. So, we have to take the average. So, 0.3 plus 0.2 is 0.5 divide 2. So, 0.25Q. Yun yung tinamaan nitong point C. So, yun na yung, ito na yun. 0.25Q, yan yung ating stress at point C using the pressure isobar, So, 120 times 0.25. Yun yung sagot. Okay? And, ano pang tanong dito? So, determine the vertical stress at B and C using pressure. Okay? Tapos na yun. So, letter G naman tayo. Determine the vertical stress increase at point A using Newmark's influence chart. O yan. Influence chart naman tayo. So, influence chart is yan yung influence chart natin. Okay. So, at point A, so sa gitna, alin ba yung gitna nung ating yung gitna. So, ito dapat yung itututok natin dun sa gitna ng ating new marks chart. Okay? Gaya ng ginawa niya. Okay, kasi at point A tayo, tinutok niya doon. Okay? And sundin lang natin yung process kung paano i-plot, ano. And then, the vertical stress at new marks influence chart. Tapos Z is 3 meters. So, yung tandaan nyo na yung ating influence value is always 0.005 kasi 1/200 yan na elements. Lagi yan. And this length ay ito yung scale natin. Dito tayo magbabase dito sa scale na to. Pag i-convert, ipinilat natin yung ating plan. And dapat daw yung length ni AB is equivalent to our Z, yung lalim ng hinahanapan natin ng point. Ano? And that is 3 meters. Ngayon, kung itong 3 meters na ito ay sinukat mo ng ruler, kasi ipaplat mo nga, and that is equivalent to 1 cm and 1 cm, total of 2 cm. Sample lang, kung pagsukat nyo ng ruler is 2 cm yan. So, ang mangyayari dyan, 2 cm in map is equivalent to 3 meters into actual. Okay? And the length, kung paano niya ipinlat yung plan, ay ganun ang ginawa niya, no? So, so 3 meters. Yeah. So, 3 meters is to, about 2 cm. Ang ginawa niya. So, so, dapat susundin niyo ito pagpa-plot. Ano? So, ibig sabihin, tingnan natin, 3 meters, diba? So, ano ba yung base niya? So, 3 meters din. So, meaning, kung dapat yung haba niyan is kasing laki nito. Kasi 3 meters to eh. Dapat ay kaparehas lang ng haba nito. Kaparehas to dapat. Okay? Kasi sinusunod natin yung scale. And same lang din dito. Dapat sundin natin yung scale na 3 meters is to actual and 2 cm into map. Depende kung 2 cm ang sukat nyo eh. Dito. Ay kung hindi, ay kasi minsan kasi i-print out natin yung map na yan. Minsan ay mahaba ito. Minsan ay depende sa paper size. Ano? So, i-consider natin yun. Okay? So, yan. So, halimbawa, na-plot na. Nailagay na. So, ang kalagitnaan niya is yun yung ating point A. Kung saan hinahanap yung ating vertical stress increase doon sa ilalim. Ano? So, bibilangin natin ngayon kung ilan yung nasakop na element nitong lahat na ito. Yan. Bibilangin natin. So, para madali, isang bilangan lang. Since nasa gitna naman, bilangin natin yung sa isa. Okay? Kung isa lang. So, unang element, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Diba? Kaya lang, merong maliliit dyan. So, 0.05 ang estimate. And then, ito is 0.06. Okay, and then ito is 0.1. And then 0.95 to. Hindi naman buo. And ito ay 0.4. Yun. I-sum up natin yon. Ang makukuha nating sagot doon is 21.6. So, i-multiply natin ng 4 para makuha yung sa kabuuan. Kasi, times 4 yan. Times 4. Ito lang yung kinuha na natin ay 4 yan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Di times 4. So, kuha natin yung nasakop nito na elements, mga elements. Then, yung n, yun yung magiging value ng n. Yun, So, substitute lang sa formula, yung 86.4, 120, and 0.005, constant yan. That is the influence value. And then, delta P is equivalent to 51.84 kilopascal. As you can see, very much close to the answer in part B. Ano? So, very much close. Ano? Kasi yan naman chart na yan is si Newmarks ang gumawa and ibinis niya kanino? Dun sa Bosinex. Kay Bosinex Curie. So that's why very close yan. So nagkaroon lang ng discrepancy siguro dahil dito sa mga maliliit na to on how we estimate the percentage na nasakop nung plan. Okay? So next, anong tanong pa? Yung last question. Balik natin. Determine the vertical stress at point B using Newmark's influence chart. At point B naman. So, at point B, so nandun sa sulok. Okay, nasa sulok nito. At point B. Okay, at point B ha. Okay, so at point B, balik tayo. So, Newmark's chart uli, ilalapat natin siyempre yung ating rectangular loaded area. So, na kung saan ay yung part na hinahanap is magko-coincide doon sa gitna ng bilog ng chart, gitna ng chart, ano. Yan. So, same pa din kung paano pinlat. So, this is 3 meters. 3 meters to. So, and the width is also 3 meters. Dapat ito is kaparehas lang nun. Okay. And yan. So, 0.7. Then, bilangin lang ulit natin kung ilan yung nasakop nito. Kung ilan yung nasakop na elements. And then, multiply it by 2 kasi dalawa yan. Okay. And then, yun yung magiging value ng n natin. Ayan o. So, the value of n is about 31 times 2. So, 62. Then, substitute natin dun sa IQN. Then, we will get the delta P or the increase in pressure at point B very closely dun sa ating part D. That is 37.2 kilo Pascal. Okay, so yun. So, in one problem ay na-discuss na halos lahat ng tinapik, ano. So, may line load, point load, combination of line load and point load, using pressure isobar, using the Newmark's chart, and also using the I sub 4. Okay, halos na-discuss doon, ano. Yan. So, now, a square footing, problem number 5.4 tayo. A square footing is loaded as shown in figure 5.13. The center of the base of the footing is at the 0,0,0. So, sa origin yan. And determine the increase in the vertical stress at the point whose coordinate is 3,0,4 using pressure isobars based on the Boston's equation for the square footings shown in the figure 5.7. So, pressure isobar yung gagamitin natin. Ito. Okay, pressure isobar. And, ito yung figure. So, square footing, having legs of 2 meters, and the concentrated load is equivalent to 900 kilonewton directly acting on the centroids of the footing, square footing. Okay, so yung Q na maliit dyan, divide lang natin sa area, sa 2 times 2. Okay, so yan 900 divide by 2 times 2 is equals to 225 kPa. So, ang tanong dyan is vertical stress at 3,0,4. Okay, so kung ito ay 3, so dito yun. Bilang ng 3. Ano ba? Ito yung 3. And, 0. So, wala siyang y. Walang papunta doon. 0. And, 3,0,4 ba yun? 4. So, palalim. So, 3 at 4. Okay. 3,0,4. Ayan. So, 3 at 4. So, at 4 meters below here. And ito. Yun, ano yung vertical stress dito sa point na to. So, 3,0,4. Okay, using tawag dito. Using the pressure isobar, yung x niya, yung x is 3, di ba? 3. So, in terms of B, So, ang ating base is 2, di ba? 2. Square siya. So, yung 3, so, i-divide natin ng 2. And that is 1.5. Then, multiply natin ng b para balik lang sa 3. Okay? That is 1.5b yung x niya. Equivalent. Ayun na, tama. 1.5b. And yung 4 meters na z, yung lalim, 4 meters. 4 meters siya. So, convert natin sa b. So, we have to divide it by 2 meters na b. So, magiging 2. Tama? 2. And then, 2b siya para maging 4 ulit. Okay? So, 2b yung ating lalim, yung z. Balik. Ayan o, 2b. Okay, 2b. And then, from the pressure isobars shown below, so 1.5b and 2b, XA. So, 1.5b, ganito i-plot. So, sa gitna dapat, sa gitna, tatapat sa gitna yung ating, yan. Ito yon kalahati. Okay, so square siya. So, ang gagamitin na diagram, pressure isobar is yung para sa square lang. Huwag nyo gagamitin yung para dun sa continuous, ha. Magmamali kayo ng sagot. Okay? So, ang ating coordinates is 1.5b and 2b. So, 1.5b, pamula dito, 0. Dito, 0.5. Ito, 1b. Ito, 1.5. Ayun. Yan yung ating x. So, ating 1.5. And yung z, palalim, 2b. So, pamula dito, pamula dyan, so, bibilang ka ng 2b. 2b dito. 1, 2. Ayun. Yun yung ating hinahanapan. So, ngayon, ano yung equation of a stress natin dyan? So, paano yun? So, kung magko-construct tayo na ito-draw natin, is parang pumatak siya dito. Ayan. And, approximately, ito, ayan, yung kalahati nito, di ba, 0.5. 0.5. So, 0.05 minus 0.02. Dito yon Q. So, yung kalahati niyan, so parang 25%, Parang 25%. So, 25% nito. Ayan, 25%, 25%. So, 75%, rather. 75%. So, papatak dito. Ayan. Kunin itong linya na to. So, ito ay 0.05 minus 0.02. Makukuha to. Let's say A. So, itong linyang to is approximately equals to 0.75A. Parang parang sa 3/4 siya tumama, Parang sa 3/4 nito. So, yun. Kunin lang natin yon. And then pag nakuha yung 0.75A, yung difference itong dalawa, tsaka natin i-plus dito 0.02Q. Okay? And that would give us the approximate value for the stress 0.045Q. 0.045Q. Ayan. So, yun yung stress na. Yun na yun. Ulit tayo. So, parang tumama siya dito sa 75%. Difference nito, kunin natin. Let's say that is A. Okay? And this length is 0.75A. Ito yon. And that 0.75A, i-plus natin sa 0.02Q. And ito yung approximately equal yan dito. Sa linya na yan. So, 0.045. 0.045 Q. Yung ating stress dyan sa point na yan. Dun sa point na required. Dun sa 3,0,4. Okay. That's why 0.045. Then yung Q, that is our stress. Okay, the Q, 225 kPa. So, then, our vertical increase in pressure is 10.125 kilopascal. 10.125 kilopascal. So, yun na yung sagot. Okay? So, the next problem is determine the increase in vertical pressure at 0.2 meters before the point C, below the point C. So, ayun. So, ito yung figure. Determine the increase in vertical pressure at 0.2. At 0.2 meters below point C. So, dito. So, ito yung plano. Then, pababa, palalim, 2 meters below daw. Ano daw yung increase in vertical pressure doon? The loaded area shown. Okay, the foundation applies a vertical stress. Yon. So, may 250 uniformly loaded dyan sa ating foundation na yan. That is 250 kilopascal on the soil surface. Okay, on the soil surface. Yung the area of contact of the soil surface, ito yan. Okay. So, ang tanong, yung stress sa ilalim niyan, 2 meters below. Okay. So, so paano 'yon? Okay, ang ginamit, wala siyang in-indicate, ano, ang giniben lang niya is ito. Yan, ang giniben lang niya. So, pwede natin gamitin is the Newmark's chart, no. Ilagay natin, i-plot natin itong plan na yan dito, na kung saan ay yung point C is papatak doon sa gitna. So, ganyan. Okay, ganyan mangyayari. And 2 meters, ano na lang natin, 2 meters, 2 meters to, yung B. Okay? Let's say, yung ating B is, yung lalim, 2 meters, ano? So, 2 meters yung lalim. So, kung 2 meters yan, dapat yung itong line na to is equivalent to 2 meters. And that 2 meters is the same dito. Dun sa dimension ng ating loaded area. So, pag ipinlat natin sa Newmark's chart, kung ano yung haba nito, yun din ito. Kasi 2 meters din siya, di ba? And kung ito naman kabila, 4 meters, ay didodoblihin mo. Doble haba, pamula dito, 2 meters. 2 meters. So, guhit lang. Tapos dito, ganun din, 2 meters. 2 meters. And then, ayun, bilangin lang natin kung ilan yung nasakop nito, at saka nitong maliit na to. Yan. So, isolate natin isa kasi typical naman, isolate natin ito. So, bilangin natin kung ilan yung nasakop na tawag dito na element. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30. And itong part na to, 0.6, 0.9, 0.9, 0.6, 0.15. Basta yung kayo na ang mag-estimate kung ilan, ano. So, ang lumabas doon is approximately equal to yung value ng n, ha? Yung value ng n ay ito. Ang value ng n is inirekta niya na agad, ano? So, 34. Ito yon. Diba? 30 yung bilang ko kanina plus yung mga maliliit pa. So, 4.91. So, since tatlo, so times 3, yung total nung lahat na nasakop na elements nung ipinlat natin yung ating foundation, ano. So, that is 104.73. And then, substitute natin dun sa formula ng delta P or the vertical increase in pressure. So, IQN, yung I is the influence value, 0.005, times Q, yun yung ating 250, and kilopascal yun, ano? And then, yung ating 104.3 na value ng N. So, our delta P or the increase in pressure at point C 2 meters below is 130.91 kilopascal. So that is using by Newmark chart 130.91. So may isa pa siyang ginawa, ano? May isa pa siyang ginawa using the Bossiness yung Q times IZ times yung the vertical stress at the corner, yung ganito, at the corner of the rectangular loaded area. So this time ang ginawa niyang rectangular loaded area is tatlo. Okay, tatlo. So kinuha niya yung rectangular the stress 2 meters below at sea using this area muna. Okay, using this area. So 2 yan. 2 meters, 2 meters. Okay. So kunin natin yung M and N. So 2 over 2 and 2 over 2. Okay, yung B over C and L over Z. Okay, nagkataon na parehas silang 1. Okay, so kung 1 yan, ay balik tayo sa table 5.2. Table 5.2 and that is equivalent to 0.1752. Okay, sige, balikan natin. Tingnan natin kung tama. So 1 yung M and 1 din yung N. Okay, check natin. Baka kasi nagkamali. 1 yung M. Okay, 1 yung M. Okay. So, dito tayo. 1. 1 yung M. And 1 din yung ating N. Tingnan natin. 0.1752 dapat. Okay. 0.1752 dapat ang I sub Z natin. Okay, 0.1752. Okay, so tama, no? 0.1752. So from the table 1.2, or you can use the formula for the I sub Z, that is yung mahaba. Okay, substitute nyo lang, ano? Then you can get the answer or the value for I sub Z ay approximately equal to 1.752 also. And substitute lang dun sa value, dun sa ating formula using the equation 5.7, if I'm not mistaken, ano? So delta P is equals to Q times I sub Z times 3. Bakit 3? Tatlo siya eh. Tatlo. Kasi ito pa lang yung hinanap natin kanina, di ba? Ay yung effect ng lahat. So times 3 natin. Times 3. So 250 times the quantity of times 0.1752, that is the value of the influence factor. And times 3 dahil tatlo. And that would give us an answer of 131.4 kilopascal for the value of the vertical increase at point C 2 meters below. Okay, 131.4. Okay, that is also approximately nearly equal to this 130.91 dito using the Newmark chart, and dito naman sa kabila is 131. Okay, so malapit, ano? Malapit yung sagot. So yun, that's all for the stress distribution in soil problem solving. Thank you.